prized real estate for just this reason. When armies attack, they're going to destroy the outer walls, and so nobody wants to live in the outer walls, okay? So the dwelling probably wasn't that great. It probably was pretty small. So imagine, the family, all of the family has to be in that house. And I get tired of people in a large house often. And imagine being in close quarters with your whole father's household and being annoyed by all those people. It's like, I got to get outside and get out of here. So I'm just going to go hide in the barracks. It's going to be safe there. It's more safe than Rahab's house. I'm going into the inner city and going to hide in the second wall. There were structures and houses to hide in everywhere. And think about the myriad of houses that are proclaimed as houses of God today. All of the, Christian religious houses that are out there. And there's justification and doubt that are created. And that's what we're going to look at as the next one. Jericho is full of houses to hide in, and doubt and justification are easy. It was then and it is now. We could say, Uncle so-and-so smells bad. I can't be in here with him. I can't stand my mother-in-law, whatever it might be. That justification for why I'm not in the house. That justification for it just doesn't feel right to me. It's not a good fit for me. My heart doesn't feel right. Different things like that we say to justify not being in the house. And doubt, probably people that Rahab talked, this is all supposition. This is just me trying to imagine this scenario playing out. Rahab could have told these people and they could have been like, no way. Those are all myths. You heard all that stuff about parting the Red Sea. Do you really believe that? And all of this kind of stuff. So doubt and justification are easy. And those are the same exact things that we experience today in our lives. So we have plenty of so-called houses to hide in. And there are plenty of naysayers, and there are plenty of people who say that you're backwards and you believe in a genie in the sky and different things like that, and run God down and try to, create doubt, create justification. Finally, and the most important thing, so we've seen three ways. The time was unknown, just like today. There are plenty of things that say that they'll save you. There are plenty of houses that say that salvation lies within, just like then and now. Third is doubt and justification are easy. And finally, the real house has the scarlet cord. That's what separated the house in Jericho, and that's what separates the house today. It's interesting when you look through history because the scarlet cord runs from Adam all the way to Jesus Christ. There's a direct line of descendants from Adam to Noah, and then Noah's son Shem to Abram, and then from Abram to David to Jesus. And those genealogies are all in Scripture. And so that scarlet cord runs to where Jesus gave his life to create the house that we can now abide in today. So there is a scarlet cord attached to the real house, just like back then. If there's a man or a creed or any kind of catechism or something that created the house wherein we have, temptation to dwell, if it doesn't have the scarlet cord attached to it, then it won't save you. Just like the house, other than Rahab's house, wouldn't save you in Jericho at this time. So I thought that was an interesting look at the story of Rahab and the way that this is very similar, and there's a parallel to our lives today. And the principles remain the same. So this evening, there's a couple of different choices we have. We can get in the house or we can return to the house because maybe somebody had to go and do something out in the street and then they were able to get back into Rahab's house. So if we've taken that, we've taken leave of God's house in our life, we can return. We have that, beautiful privilege, the gift to return to God's house. It's a gift that we have salvation in the first place, and it's a gift that we can return to it. So this evening, if we need anything, please come as we stand and sing.
Hark the gentle voice of Jesus falleth tenderly upon your ear. Sweet his cry of love and pity calleth, turn and listen, stay and hear. Ye that labor and are heavy laden, lean upon your dear Lord's breast. Ye that labor and are heavy laden, come